Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the Warcraft replay. Here we have an Undead vs Night Elf matchup. I think we're 3 games in a row with Night Elf. I think, not my intentions, but oh well. That's just how it is since Night Elf is, you know, because of the patch, since they're so, I'd say dominant, but like 1.31 did have some nerfs on Night Elf, so they're not as dominant as 3.0, but still pretty up there. Either way, LawLiet spawning in as the blue. We are right colors, right? Yep. Blue and Night Elf play on the top right, and Happy is going to be spawning in as the red Undead on the bottom left. Was going to cast a 2v2 game, but it's a tournament game, and it was already casted, and it's the grand final, so I figured I couldn't really pass it off as a random game, so yeah, I'll have to still keep my eyes out for a good 2v2, because most of the good ones are the tournament ones, and yeah, tournaments aren't best of ones. Either way, Demon Hunter first for LawLiet, and a Death Knight for Happy. It seems to be tit opening here for our Happy boy, and just standard for LawLiet, I guess. I have not played Reforged in a while. Yeah. Once this cold or fever or whatever actually like fully goes away, because my throat is still a little congested sometimes. Yeah, hopefully I can cast some gameplay, right? I don't think replays are available yet, and I don't even know if the high level players are playing Reforged. Yeah. DK pops out, Demon Hunter also gonna pop out as well. Acolyte trying to go for the steal, but with his measly attack damage, it's very unlikely for that to actually happen. Yeah, I don't know if the pro players will actually play with Reforged or not. I do know, in StarCraft at least, when StarCraft 2 came out, that most pro players actually prefer to play with the very minimal graphics. So, like, with the since there is an option of just playing with the classic models, I'm pretty sure pros are just going to use that rather than Reforged models, so yeah, there is that, but hopefully they will use the new client, because I'm praying that the client replay system is a lot better, as in like I can actually rewind now instead of having to relaunch the replay, but only time will tell. I haven't actually dabbled with the replays viewer if it even is there. Either way, just standard harassment from the Death Knight. Not really gonna find too much there. Just making sure his opponent is not doing any aggro shenanigans or maybe even early expansions, as he's also going to tier 2. Yeah, not producing any Crypt Fiends. He is saving up on quite a bit of resources for now. Happy is going to lose a lot of his skeletons to just those archers. And not enough experience given over to the Demon Hunter Gate level 2, but that should change very soon with this Merc camp hoping to be cleared out very soon. Or if another skeleton just drops here. Yet again, another mana burn onto the DK. It's not really going to affect the Death Knight too much since he did start with Aura. Demon Hunter needs to be careful not to go too ham with his mana burns, because he's not really going to find too much opportunities to actually kill the Death Knight without, you know, additional damage. So it's kind of wasted mana for now. Ancient of War up to full health here. Another pig is gonna go down, and I imagine that the skeleton stick is gonna get used once again. We have the first spider coming out for Happy, and tier 2 is about to be completed. Just a couple seconds ahead of his opponent.
Upgrade complete.
Hunter Soul is being synchronized with the Tree of Life, so this is going to be double Ancient of Wars, most likely, for LawLiet, as he is moving his wrist to most likely place down those Ancients, or not. He is moving them to try to repair the Ancient of War, which actually drops dead. Funny that. Rock Golem is going to keep himself alive as he is full health, and going to be really difficult to actually continue with this. Death Knight apparently applied enough of pressure to make LawLiet lose his Ancient of War, which is kind of an oopsie. Generally not a mistake that players wouldn't make, especially not to just a single Death Knight and his skeletons, which makes it really weird that LawLiet actually lost his Ancient of War, but it shouldn't matter too much. We should be placing those Ancient of Wars very soon, as we're just gonna go straight into tier 3, so... Right, Netease, which comes out to add a bit more aggro to the Night Elf side here, as you can see. Death Knight being brought down to very, very low health. Did return the damage to the Demon Hunter, of course, but with access to Moon Wells, it's not that impactful, I would say. And since the DK can't really heal himself, probably more impact for the Death Knight. We do have the double lures being popped down here, and the camp over here has been cleared out. Illusion has been picked up for the Demon Hunter, and he's just going to use it for the scouting, I believe. Oh, he actually does eat... Oh, never mind, I thought that was an illusion, but that was apparently the real thing, and the real thing did eat a Frost Nova for his troubles. Okay, my bad, I could have sworn that was the illusion, but he kind of did a switcheroo on me, apparently. Either way, both sides were forced to burn the TP scrolls. This camp, which was being attempted by Happy, is going to be stolen for LawLiet instead. Greater Man Potion, not too great for this particular hero lineup. Definitely would have mattered a lot more for this undead lineup here. Slaughterhouse is done. We are also producing those Crypt Beans. Black Citadel is also done as well, so Lich should be having his orb very soon, as well as Destroyed Form was already completed. I heard upgrade done, but I think that was just Black Citadel. DK, very Starfire experience, he really needs that level 2, otherwise this Unholy Aura hasn't really done too much for him. Demon Hunter, the real one, is invised, and maybe hoping to try and steal the Troll High Priest. That will give him level 3, and oh, never mind. I was just gonna say that the High Priest healing himself might actually make the Demon Hunter mistime his attacks, and apparently it did indeed. Either way, Demon Hunter, keeping his opponent occupied, is going to steal the Troll Warlord camp over here. Scroll of the Beast apparently was the item dropped. Yeah, actually that does make sense. It is a consumable, so yeah, there is that. I imagine one of these two should be picking up a staff, because yeah, either TP staff or preservation staff. None of them have it, as we actually get a couple of bears. We're actually going to go full investment into bears. Okay. Haven't seen bears in quite some time, mainly because destroyers are just such a pain to deal with when you are trying to deal with those guys, and usually Mass Dryads into Mountain Giants was a lot more common in my opinion, but yeah, bears is definitely an interesting one. They do very well versus these Crypt Fiends, but with an early destroyer, I fear that Happy's just gonna mess up on those guys. Horn of Goldmine is gonna get placed down, as well as the Necropolis. Hasn't been spotted just yet by the Night Elf player, and apparently LawLiet is no intentions of going for one himself soon. Ultravision on the way. Very late Ultravision, I might add, but Ancient Wind gets placed down, most likely for the hippogriffs, I imagine, to counteract those destroyers. Anything you can to just defend your bears. Helmet of Valor did get picked up by the Ogre camp, so yeah, I guess Helmet of Valor, Demon Hunter is one of those heroes that actually prefer these two stats as intelligence. I mean, you only have mana burn, so just be more tanky, and of course the +4 increase to your attack damage is always nice. Happy is going to clear out the camp over here. Meanwhile, his expansion is now under siege. Can't TP just yet as the necropolis is not done. Is going to force to cancel both of those buildings there. Acolyte will die, as I don't think any of these heroes are at actually any level ups soon, so yeah, there is that. Interestingly enough, the Demon Hunter, the Death Knight and the Lich actually caught up to the Night Elf heroes levels here, despite being at level 1 for quite some time. Ogre Lord is going to get completely eviscerated, and the Helmet of Valor gets picked up on this side of the map as well. Unfortunately, neither of his heroes are very needy on these two particular stats. Intelligence is definitely the big boon that you should have gone for, but I mean, it is up to RNG after all. Tree of Life has been placed down. Always a nice action to take as soon as you take down your opponents in progress expansion here. And the Rock Golem is going to get cleaned up finally. I believe this drops a consumable and a normal item. Nope, it doesn't. It actually drops a mid-tier. I think so, remasking mid-tier item, but regardless, it's gonna be alright for the Nagasi, which I guess. Hippogriff, just one? I guess just one, it seems. Not a very scary comp from the Night Elf side. When we look at population, Happy has indeed gone into low upkeep. He has Crypt Fiends, he has Destroyers, and he has Statues.
Summon more cigarettes.
He does have a couple of ghouls. I think they're frenzied up. Let's see here. Nope, no frenzy. I believe the fast modifier being green is only due to the unholy aura. As let me just confirm that. Yep, that is indeed the reasoning there. +1 attack upgrades has been completed for the Dryads and Bears, as well as Hippogriffs. It's just, I don't know. He is a bit weak, considering his comp is not ideal versus this undead composition here, and it seems like Happy is indeed going into multiple destroyers. Bear is usually good when it's mass Crypt Fiends into 2 statues and no destroyers, but this time it's 2 statues, 2 destroyers. Bears are going to have a very hard time actually staying alive against this. We are going to have a couple of Mountain Giants being added to the mix here, but I don't think that is enough just yet. Expansion, I believe, hasn't been confirmed yet from Happy, but he is moving to try and check it out and most likely take it out very soon. This expansion for himself has also completed, and it seems like both sides are just going to trade. It seems so. This is definitely a bad race for LawLiet, because he has to go after either the Haunted Gold Mine or the Necropolis. Instead, he is going to lose a Tree of Life for basically nothing, because I'm pretty sure the TP scroll is just going to be channeled. Right? Nope. It seems like the Undead Heroes don't even have a TP scroll, so a bit of a mishap here for Happy. But perhaps he can actually get there in time. Necropolis is gonna go down. Uh-oh, that was a bit of a mistake there from the undead player. Hopefully he can try and save his Haunted Gold Mine, but since he did waste a lot of time while trying to get that TP scroll, he is indeed gonna lose that Haunted Gold Mine. So all in all, that was pretty good for LawLiet. It's just that he doesn't have a TP scroll to escape himself. Instead, he is going to try and engage in this. Hippogriffs are going to get all entangled to the ground, as Book the Dead is going to be cast by the undead side. when you look at the population right now, it is fairly even. The 2 Mountain Giants, or 3 Mountain Giants in fact, are kind of domineering towards these Crypt Fiends here, as destroyers are still up, which is a bit of a problem. Core needs to be a lot more conservative because that just gives free mana over to those destroyers. But all in all, it seems like the Night Elf is doing fairly well. Crypt Fiends are being forced to borrow it up, and Mountain Giants just tanking it like a boss, I guess. The Dryad numbers are dwindling, unfortunately. That is what the Crypt Fiends were making themselves useful for. And yeah, without the Dryads, I guess there's not really any way of dealing with those destroyers. Although I do say that, we do have a ton of archers on the ground. Final statue goes and bites the dust there. Naga Sea Witch is gonna die, but yikes, or psych, that is gonna be just temporary as the Alchemy Reincarnation comes into play. Lich pops the invul. Naga is gonna die yet again. Right. Oh, it's gonna live a little bit longer with that invul. She's not actually running away, but the Lich is at very Mayday levels here. And I am actually shocked that Naga Sea Witch actually lives. Crypt Fiends could maybe unborrow themselves and snipe down that Naga Sea Witch. That would be pretty funny to see. But it seems like he is a bit preoccupied with the Demon Hunter. We do have the reveal from those Crypt Fiends, and are they going to go after the Naga Sea Witch? No, they actually get taunted and not really used very well by Happy, I must say. Interesting. So at the end of the day, Happy was able to push his opponent away from his expansion, but he did lose quite a bit for it. Mountain Giant needs to be careful not to get sniped, is going to get preserved back home, and is Happy going to pursue? I definitely don't think that's a smart idea, especially since these moon walls are Wellspring upgraded, and it was nighttime for the majority of that fight. But either way, all in all, pretty costly fight for Happy. He did lose his expansion and TV Scroll wasted. He did take down the expansion on the other side, but I think he did lose a lot more than his opponent. He needs to replenish as quickly as possible, which for now it seems like he has done. 57 versus 59 here. A-bombs are being added to the mix, hopefully to try and match up against those bears and mountain giants, but I think the Demon Hunter is getting pretty close to just annoying to deal with. He hasn't hit that critical level 5 yet, but a couple more kills will give him that. Naga Sea Witch is level 5 herself, but is that really important? I don't know. A-bomb gets caught in the middle of transition. This is really bad for Happy right now. He is caught in a bad place. Is going to lose the A-bomb for free, and the Demon Hunter is just a single kill away from that level 5. Level 3 mana burn is definitely nothing to scoff at, and the base stats that the Demon Hunter gets at level 5 is also just probably a little too much for the undead player to deal with. There we go, level 5 has been attained. Not many units actually still have decent mana pools available on the undead side. Demon Hunter is going to get killed off, which, okay. A bit of a mistake there from LawLiet. He definitely should have pulled back a lot sooner. Will he be able to take any heroes for himself in exchange? He might be able to do so. Frost arrows into slow poison is just such an impressive thing to run away from. Death Knight, red health, needs to be careful himself. Lich is gonna get rezzed through the tavern there. That's a huge investment coming in from Happy. He is gonna lose a couple of those Crypt Fiends thanks to that reveal from the Common Lab. Mountain Giants, still something of a terror to deal with. Death Knight did Death Coil up the Lich back to full health. Demon Hunter coming back through the Tavern as well is going to take down a Crypt Fiend, Foolish Troubles, and it's going to get Reserve back home, which is definitely gut-wrenching to see if you are the undead player. 22 versus LawLiet's 53. Yeah, that's gonna be that. Apparently the game just crashed. So no score screen, apologies, but I will see you guys again next time. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, take care.